So speaking of impactful events, we're going to talk about what's launching. There's always something else going on. So Chris, what's launching and what's been launching?
Oh gosh, it's been busy. Actually, it's been busy ever since I've been doing All Space Considered, which is great. There's a lot to talk about. As far as what's going on right now, well, let's take a quick look. First of all, we want to follow up on something we talked about last month, which was very exciting. The first trip of amateur, I mean, just space travelers, not professional astronauts, into orbit. This wasn't one of those small little hops that they were doing with Blue Origin and Virgin Galactic. SpaceX actually sent these people to spend 3 days in orbit. Now, everything went well. They're back on the ground again. Fantastic. The only difficulty seems to have been with the toilet, a little bit of a problem. I don't have details on it. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't want details on it. That'd be TMI. Apparently, it's not a serious problem, but they're looking to improve the spacecraft next time with an oven and better Wi-Fi. Well, that's the business of running an airline in space, I guess. That's great. We have something else unusual going on, launching October 5th. This is a Russian launch, and the woman on the left of your screen is an actor. She is going to be filming scenes in space for a film, a Russian film called The Challenge. And the man on the right of your screen is the director who will be holding the camera and giving directions and all the rest of this. The man in the center is a professional cosmonaut who will be flying the vehicle and taking them up there. Now, they're going to spend the actor and director 12 days in space shooting this, and then they'll come home, not with the same cosmonaut. There's someone else coming back down. They'll ride back down with them. A fun thing about this, this is a little bit of a Hollywood space race going on here, because you might have heard our own Tom Cruise has ambitions to go up into space and to shoot scenes for a movie with him starring and bringing up a director. He's apparently going to do that very soon on a SpaceX vehicle. So more power to them, and break a leg, I guess we can effectively say, for flying in space to do that. Here's something I'm really looking forward to. We got a great launch coming up. This is October 16th. This is the Lucy mission. The Lucy mission is an asteroid exploration mission going to launch from Cape Canaveral on the 16th of this month. This is just the beginning, of course, of a 12-year mission to explore 8 asteroids. Now, you may know most of the asteroids lie between Mars and Jupiter. They call them the main belt of asteroids. And we visited a few before, of course, but this is actually going out to some places we've never been, the so-called Trojan asteroids. They're farther from the sun. They are indicated by the ellipses there, the yellow ellipses. This is a swarm of asteroids that leads Jupiter in its orbit, goes around same speed, doesn't run into Jupiter, and a group that follows Jupiter in its orbit. And they're named for heroes of the Trojan Wars, hence Trojan asteroids. Anyway, they're really exotic, and they're bound to be interesting. We've never seen anything quite like that. And this journey to visit 8 different asteroids is going to start on October 16th. We should mention the Chinese are at least supposed to send up a crew to their brand new space station, right? Talking new space stations there. They were scheduled to on October 16, but we don't have a lot of confirmation from them yet. A crew has not yet been announced, but keep your eye on the different websites and so on to see maybe the Chinese are going to send a crew up. Now, Dr. Reitzel mentioned that Starship remains in testing down in Boca Chica, Texas. Indeed, they do. The 2 parts of the rocket are not stacked right now, one on top of each other. They're located next to each other, out next to the launch tower. They've been doing a lot of work on the launch tower, which has giant service arms and so on. In fact, arms that may catch the rocket boosters from the air, catch them. It's pretty crazy stuff. They're working on that, and they're also starting to do some of the testing on the vehicles themselves, practicing with the engines, practicing pressurizing their fuel tanks, and so on. That's all going on while the FAA is working on legal questions. They want to make sure that all the permits are dotted I's and crossed T so that they can launch this massive rocket. We don't know just when it'll happen, but things are progressing. Anyway, Dr. Reitzel, I guess I will toss it back to you.
Well, thank you for that. And just crazy stuff with SpaceX. They just keep doing more.